I'm not starting yet because we're still 1 minute away. But testing if everything is cool, just to make sure that this is actually live streaming. We're now live streaming on LinkedIn as well as Twitch. So you can now join us from either of those platforms. um, I will assume that we're also live streaming in LinkedIn, although I cannot see it. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. Okay, cool. So we are live streaming from Twitch and from LinkedIn. I shouldn't have done that. All right. So we're still 1 minute away. So I will just wait a little bit. Oh, it's 10:30 now. Okay. Give me just a moment. All right. Cool. So perfect. We have this all done. All right. So for today, I am going to really, really, really try to follow the Runtime Fabric and Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS. I am super nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know if I will make it. um, I have never done this before. I did attend a Runtime Fabric training once, maybe like 2 years ago or so, and I don't remember a lot. And I think it was a different version of Runtime Fabric. So let's gonna see. Let's see how this goes. This is a tutorial that I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. The chat is unfortunately just available for Twitch because I cannot send comments to LinkedIn directly from the platform I'm using for live streaming. But I put it in the chat in Twitch. So if you want to go to Twitch, go to twitch.tv and then search for MuleSoft_community and you will see the channel if you want to see whatever links I sent. I can also show them right here on the screen, but that's a little bit weird. It's better if you can just like copy and paste it or click on it. So I am going to follow this tutorial. I'm gonna leave it pinned just a little bit so you can kind of see what it is. Oh, actually, I'm gonna leave the banner for the developer tutorials. Yes. So if you go to developer tutorials, let me do that so you can see where to go. Developer.mulesoft.com. You will see a screen similar to this one, probably, hopefully. And then you can just click on start learning. And then it will take you to this page and you can just search for Runtime Fabric and you will see here the GKE, EKS, and AKS. So for Google, for Amazon, or for Azure, whichever you prefer. But in this case, I'm going to follow the Amazon EKS. So that's how you get to this tutorial. So we're on this tutorial. I will have to take some stuff from this screen into other screen just to double check that I will not be showing credentials because this is a live stream, so I can make mistakes. Anyways, so yes, I don't have any configuration for any of these things yet, so we will see how to do them from scratch. Let me know if there are any comments, questions, suggestions before I start. I will take a sip of my coffee and I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear me actually taking a sip of my coffee. Sweet. All right, so let's get started then. I'm going to take out the banner now. I wonder if this view is better. I'm going to leave it like this. All right. So, getting started with Runtime Fabric on Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS. Oh gosh. All right. So just so you know, this tutorial was updated in January 2022. So it was just recently updated, and it's based on Runtime Fabric version 1.10 release. As I said, there was another version, version 1.9, that was different, and that's the one I believe I took the training on. I may be wrong, it was too long ago. So this one is for version 1.10. The instructions are different, so just make sure that you're running Runtime Fabric on version 1.10 and not 1.9. I'm not sure how to check that. So I guess we'll see. Or since it comes in any point platform, I guess it would always be the latest version because it's on any point platform. I don't know. We'll see. All right. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through deploying a Hello World Mule app to an Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service cluster using Runtime Fabric. You learn how to create an Elastic Kubernetes Service cluster with the AWS CLI. Oh, by the way, I think I can stay for an hour and a half. So just in case like you need more time, or in case I don't finish anything, I may be able to stay here for an hour and a half, just not just 1 hour. So we'll try to tackle this as soon as possible. You will also learn how to use kubectl to create an ingress controller, install Runtime Fabric using RTFCTL, and deploy and test a simple Hello World Mule app to run on your new cluster. To get started as simply and quickly as possible, this tutorial includes steps to create an EKS nodes, and a Runtime Fabric instance with default settings. All right, before creating a cluster, nodes, and a Runtime Fabric instance for production use, we recommend that you familiarize yourself with all settings and deploy settings that meet your requirements. For more information, see Creating an Amazon EKS Cluster and Amazon EKS Nodes. For detailed Runtime Fabric documentation, see Anypoint Runtime Fabric Overview. All right, so I will keep those tabs open, but I'm not gonna read them, or maybe I can just read them really quick, but let me put them in a group docs, and then I'm gonna put this all here. All right, so the Runtime Fabric overview, basically like what you can use. It can be self-managed Kubernetes, VMs, or bare metal. If you have any questions, whether you're in LinkedIn or in Twitch, just feel free to send them. In Twitch, send them through the chat. In LinkedIn, just comment and they will appear here with me. So I will be able to try to answer your questions. Remember, I'm new to this. I haven't tried this before. So we're learning together. Anypoint Runtime Fabric and standalone Mule runtimes. Oh, I should probably explain a little bit about what Runtime Fabric is before I just go ahead and do it. So basically, in Anypoint platform, you can upload your Mule applications in Runtime Manager. By the way, this is not a free account. This is not an Anypoint platform free account. Thanks for live. Yes, no worries. I'm trying my best. Yes, so this is not, I'm not using my free account. I'm actually using my MuleSoft account because otherwise I wouldn't have access to Runtime Fabric. So it's important for you to know that you cannot follow this with a trial account. You will need to have your client or your partner or whoever you're working for, their account that is a paid account. Hey, Edgar. So yes, this is a paid account. This is not a free 30-day trial account. So you cannot use Runtime Fabric with a free account. And also the AWS console that I will be using, this is also, I believe it's a paid account. This is the account that I get from MuleSoft. So I don't think you would be able to run it with a free account because we would have to put like EC2 instances up. And I believe that's not included on the free account. So yes, there's that. But you can just see what I'm doing, I guess. And I don't know if I'll make it, but we'll try our best. So anyway, what I was saying is that if you go to Runtime Manager, you can deploy applications here, and this is all for free. You can do this in your free trial account just to deploy applications. But these applications will be deployed into Cloud Hub, which is the cloud that we have here at MuleSoft. I believe it's being deployed in an EC2 instance anyway, but it's like an EC2 instance managed by MuleSoft, which is here in Runtime Manager or in Cloud Hub. So you would want to use Runtime Fabric if, for example, let's go back to the menu. If you want to have all of your applications deployed on EC2 instances on Amazon directly, or if you want to have Kubernetes clusters on your Amazon account or Azure or Google, so you can choose to use Runtime Fabric, and it comes with like predefined steps that you can just follow easily. You can also do it in VMs or bare metal or any other kind of cloud service that you want, but you would have to do it manually and then do like the manual steps with like Terraform and stuff. um, Instead of just following the predefined steps that are already done for Amazon, Azure, and Google. So, with that said, in this case, we are going to use AWS because we want to follow this tutorial, which is using EKS, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service. And that's what we're going to do. And that's why you would want to use Runtime Fabric. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and use Runtime Manager, aka Cloud Hub, like the cloud. So you can just upload your Mule applications directly to Cloud Hub, and you don't have to create any additional architecture in AWS, Google, or Azure. Can you log in with a trial account on Amazon EKS? That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I am using my paid accounts for AWS and for Anypoint platform because I think that you cannot do this on a trial account on Amazon. You can try, but it may like I think someone mentioned that they will charge you by the hour, I believe. So like if you have the money, then go ahead and try it, but it may be risky. Maybe you would like to read their documentation thoroughly before trying it, because then you will be charged by having for having EC2 instances up. Yes. So in summary, I wouldn't recommend using the trial account. And for the Anypoint platform account, I know for a fact that you cannot use Runtime Fabric in a free trial account. So you will have to have a paid account. All right, so let's get started. I have all my documents here, which are these 3 links. And then let's go to the prerequisites. Anypoint platform. You'll need an Anypoint platform account. Yes. You can sign up for a free trial account here, yes, but this will not give you Runtime Fabric access. So maybe we need to modify that. Then you need AWS CLI, a command line tool for working with AWS services, including Amazon EKS. This tutorial requires that you use version 2.2.37 or later. Right, see, installing the AWS CLI. Let's install the AWS CLI. All right. Installing or updating the latest version of the AWS CLI. Sure. Can I just have a graphical user interface? Download the macOS B. Yes. Okay, I download it. Run your downloaded file and follow the on-screen instructions. You can choose to install Let me follow the on-screen instructions. For all users on the computer, require sudo, or for only the current user. Let's just do for only the current user. Continue, continue, agree. I hope so. Install. Yes, my fingerprint. Cool. Move to trash. All right, we installed that. But I installed that. So due to standard user permissions, after the installer finishes, you must manually create a symlink file in your path that points to the AWS and AWS completer programs by using the following commands at the command prompt. If your path includes a folder you can write to, you can run the following command without sudo if you specify that folder as a target path. Okay. All right, so let me open my sudo then, my my path. So I'm using, let me just do this on my screen because I'm not sure what I'm going to show. Give me a sec. Vim dot, yes. Oh, I have so many things. Okay. All right, I see the path. Yes, I'm not going to show this because it has a lot of information. So just trust that I'm doing the right thing. Trust me. I'm an engineer. Okay, export path. And then we're going to do, what is it? Oh, wait, I just have to run this. I don't have to. Okay, let me try to just run this, or I will come back to the path if I need it. No, you're not running. Oh. Okay, I think I can show this. Let me just make this bigger so you can see my screen. So, all right. Forever. Okay, so we have the sudo ln. No. Okay. Oh, folder installed. Sorry. I need to change that. Oh, I have no idea in which folder it was installed. Okay. Let me figure that out. I will take this terminal on my other screen so you all don't see my folders. I didn't see where it was installed. Damn it. Oh, the default location, I'm blind. The default location for a symlink is user local bin. Oh no, that's just, okay. It's not telling me where it was downloaded to. What if I try it again? I didn't see where it was installed. I should have seen that. Okay, destination select. It's here. Yes. And where is that? Local. Oh, user local. Oh, so it is there. All right. So never mind then. It's in user local. All right, so now we go back here. Let me just double check that it is there. Cd user local, and then did it go into bin? Oh, AWS CLI, I see it. So cd AWS CLI, and I can show you this so you know what happened. Where is it? Here. So I was in user local, and then I did AWS CLI, and then here is all that we have here inside AWS CLI. Here we have the command, and if I do pwd, I can see that it's in user local AWS CLI. All right, cool. I will now just copy this. Oh, here it says AWS CLI. All right, so I just need user local, add AWS CLI, AWS, and then user local being AWS. All right. Password. Oh, because I did sudo. I didn't want sudo. It says it doesn't require sudo. Then why am I running sudo? All right. File exists. So maybe I already installed it and I didn't notice. All right, let's do the other one then. AWS completer. Oh no, I put an additional S there. File already exists. Maybe I already installed it and I just don't remember. Okay, let's just assume that I did. Or actually, can I just test it? Maybe AWS B? No. Okay. Ah. Okay. What about AWS CLI? Okay. And AWS completer? Maybe they're just gonna tell me how to check if it was installed. All right. Yes. To verify that the shell can find and run AWS command in your path, use the following commands. Which AWS? Okay. It was with which, not with version. Oh, yes, it was AWS. All right. Which AWS? Yes. User local being AWS. I think I already had it installed. And then AWS version. Okay, and which one I needed? 2.4.18, Python 3.8.8. Okay. And then which one did it say that I needed? AWS CLI. This tutorial requires that you use version 2.2.37 or later. And I have 2.2.4.18. So we're cool. Yay! We have the AWS CLI. All right. Now the kubectl, a command line tool for working with Kubernetes. Oh wait, can I just close this now? Yes, that's done. Cool. A command line tool for working with Kubernetes clusters. This tutorial requires that you use version 1.29 or later. For more information, see installing kubectl. Install on macOS before you begin. Sure. Now install with curl. Do I want to install with curl? Yes, we can install with curl. All right. I believe this is an Intel. Okay, copy that. Put it here. All good. All right. And then yes, I did say a version. Oh, 121 or later. Validate the binary. Um, okay, let's just do it. Cool. Okay. If valid, the output is okay. Perfect. Now make the kubectl binary executable. Do I have to be inside the thing? Yes, right. I have to. What if I just run it? I don't know if that worked. Move the kubectl binary to a file location on your system path. Okay. So let me do this on the other screen. I want to see if actually it's there. All right, I can show you this. I did an LSA. Let me do it again. And I have the kubectl right here. So okay. Okay, so it's doing everything in my this folder. I'm not paying attention to the scripts. I just want to get this done quickly so I get to the runtime fabric part. So move the kubectl binary to a file location on your system path. Yes, move. I do need the password for this one. I know that it doesn't show, but still. I feel paranoid of showing it even if it doesn't show. Cool, now this one. Cool, I guess that worked. Make sure user local bin is in your path environment variable. Yes, I know. I'm gonna take actually this and I'm gonna close this. Okay. Now test to ensure the version you installed is up to date. Perfect. Client version. Oh, it was. I prefer Homebrew over curl, but I didn't see the Homebrew one. It's just way easier. Let me just run it because I just prefer. No, I just prefer to do it with Homebrew. QCTL. L. Please let me do it. Yes, thank you. Oh, or no, just one. I don't know. It gives me a peace of mind running Homebrew instead of running curl. It makes me feel better. I cannot just explain why. And let me just take another possibly conflicting. Yes, because I just installed it because I didn't read enough. Sorry. Some people find it annoying when I like drink coffee and you can hear me actually drinking it. So I prefer to be respectful. All right, so let's just whatever, let's just try it. Yes, it works. Whatever. Yes. So good for you to know. If you are working with Homebrew, then just skip all the curl stuff and go ahead and go here. Actually, it may have been, yes, it was here, but I didn't see it. All right, so there's that. We have CTL now. kubectl. Oh, it was version 1.21 or later. 1.23. Yes, so we're cool. And then EKS CTL. Programmers without coffee. Oh man, yes. And I have a headache and it normally goes away when I drink coffee, but it's not going away. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm doing AWS stuff. I'm kidding. All right. Now the EKS CTL, a command line tool for working with EKS clusters that automates many individual tasks. This guide requires that you use version 067 or later. All right, let's do that. And can I close? No, I already closed the other one. Installing or upgrading EKS CTL. All right. And is there a homebrew version? No, it's not. Oh, yes, there is. This is the homebrew version. Okay, cool. If you do not already have let me check if I already have it with the EKS CTL version. I think it's missing EKS CTL. Oops, version. Okay, I don't have it. So let's install it then. Take this, put that. I don't want sudo access. Oh, I aborted. Ah, no, it's downloading. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Eh, while that happens, oh, what? Yes. Install the WeaveWorks Homebrew tab, whatever that is. Again, I'm not going to pay attention to all of this because my main focus is to do the Runtime Fabric steps instead of the AWS steps. So I'm just following the thing. Install or upgrade EKSETL. Okay, install EKSETL with the following command. Sure. Sweet. If EKS is already installed, it doesn't look like it is already installed, but I can do this just in case it was already installed. Or should I? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? It's just going to upgrade. Yes, okay. So it already exists. It didn't do anything. And now let's just verify. Awesome. So EKSETL, it was supposed to be 067 and we're on 083. So that's great. We can close this doc now. And then RTFCTL, a command line tool to locally manage Runtime Fabric. This tutorial requires that you use version 03135 or later. Now let's sip coffee. It's always so delicious to drink coffee while you're programming. All right, install RTFCTL. First, download the RTFCTL command line utility. All right, so macOS, again, curl. I guess there's no homebrew. No, there's no homebrew. All right, whatever. Let's just do curl. Yes. All right, while that happens, change the permissions for the RTFCTL command line utility. So again, I'm guessing this will be installed right here. Yes, because I'm using curl. Yes, obviously. Sorry. Sometime later, if possible, please make a video on running DataWeave through VS Code. I cannot comment on that yet, but yes, I'm not gonna comment on that. All right, sudo. All right, cool. To list all supported commands. So let's just make sure that this is there. Oh no, was it installed? Yes, RTFCTL, and it has executing things. So why are you not working? What if I do RTFCTLV? No, no. Which RTFCTL? Ah, will I have to install it in RTFCTL? I have to send it to. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna put it in path. I'm just gonna leave it there and I'm just gonna manually run it from there. Because that's just how the way it will work. All right. Did I actually? Yeah, right. I gave it LSA. Yeah, it has executing. Oh well, we will just run it from there. Let's just run with the flow and follow this thing. Curl Well, I guess curl should have been like on the top because you kind of have to do all of this from curl. So I will just assume that I have it because I've been running it, but let's just go ahead and ask for the version. All right. Well, yeah, whatever. It did work. So yay, we have all of that. So next step, in order to successfully deploy Mule applications to Runtime Fabric, you also need a valid enterprise license. Your MuleSoft account representative will help you acquire an enterprise license in the form of a license.lick file. I do not have that. I wonder if you will tell me how to get it. I hope. Otherwise, we will be stuck in that step. All right. A supported version of Kubernetes. This tutorial creates an EKS cluster using version 1.10. For an up-to-date list of supported versions, see Runtime Fabric on self-managed Kubernetes. Let's just run with the flow. The identity you are using to create your cluster has the appropriate minimum permissions. For more details on access and identity for AKS, oh, this should be EKS. All right. See access and identity options for Azure. Yes, this should not be Azure. This should be Amazon. All right, cool. Yeah, I caught something. Required IAM permissions. Actually, let me just write this down because I will forget all of the things that I'm saying. So first we said curl should be at the top. Did I say something else that I just don't remember? Curl should be at the top. And I'm using a notebook because I like to go oldie sometimes. And then we said, oh yes, there's a AKS link from EKS tutorial. Cool. All right, so there's that. And then required IAM permissions. I'm not gonna say it again, security principal that you're using must have permissions to work with Amazon EKS roles and service linked roles, AWS CloudFormation, and a VPC and related resources. The minimum policies needed for this tutorial are located in the EKS documentation. I'm gonna leave this open just in case I need that. Let's hope I don't, because my admin may not be awake yet. All right, create EKS cluster and nodes. Oh, so we did get to the Runtime Fabric part. Yay. Kudos. That needs a coffee sip. Also, today's cup is Freud. Is from Freud. It's nice. It's a nice cup. I really like it. I don't know if you can read it. But anyway, it was super funny and I bought it. And there's that. All right, so create AKS cluster nodes. To create your cluster with Amazon EC2 Linux managed nodes. I just noticed that I didn't I didn't create any nodes nor clusters in AWS. All right. So are these the instructions to create them? I hope it says create AKS cluster nodes. All right. So to create your cluster with Amazon EC2 Linux managed nodes, 1, replace my key pair with the name of an existing key pair. If you don't have one, use the following AWS CLI command. All right, let's just do this. And let me, oh, I can do this from here, right? Can I? What is my existing key pair, though? It's just a random name that I'm gonna give it. All right. MuleSoft cups are cool. How can I get one? Oh, you can go to the MuleSoft swag, or was it swag? MuleSoft. Okay. Yes. If you go to swag.mulesoft.com, then you will see a bunch of stuff. Oh, there are new stuff. Sweet. So you will see a bunch of stuff and you can buy one here. I don't know where you are located, but it may be different depending where you are located. For example, for Canada, the shipping might be um, more expensive than your actual order. But if you're in the US, then this is, I think, pretty neat. So just check where you are located, if it's available where you are located, and go ahead and get your swag. All right, that was the commercial. So anyway, replace my key pair with the name of an existing key pair. Um, of an existing key pair. If you don't have one, if you don't have one, use the following AWS. All right, I'm super slow today, guys. I'm sorry. I thought there were free for MuleSoft community contributors. Um, well, some swag is given on the MuleSoft meetups that happen in person, but we haven't been doing in person meetups for like 2 years now because of COVID. So um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm really not sure. I'm sorry. But yes, if you go to an in person meetup, they may have some swag for you. So you can check with your local meetup leader or leaders to see if they know more about it. I'm sorry, I cannot help more on that. So yes, replace my key pair with the same name of an existing key pair. I'm like so slow. All right, let's just go here and put this. So AWS EC2 create key pair region AP Southeast 2 key name, my keeper name. What should I name this? Actually, I just want to leave it like that because I'm not I'm not very good with names. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Unable to, all right, to locate credentials. You can configure credentials by running AWS configure. Oh, shoot. I pressed enter by mistake. AWS access key ID. Huh. So what in the world is my AWS access key ID? Let me take this on my other screen because I'm not sure if I'm gonna show credentials. So if I don't show credentials, I can show you where I found it. What did it say? Access key ID, AWS access key ID. What if I put none and none? Oh, it's just gonna create a new one. Okay, cool. In that case, let me just create a new folder. Um, let's just tutorial or EKS tutorial. And then what was the thing? RTFCTL. Move RTFCTL to EKS tutorial. All right, so here, yes, CD EKS tutorial. And then we have the RTFCTL. And what was the thing that I was running? AWS configure? Yes. Okay, let me just put non default region name. Do I have a default region name? Yes, I do. It's US West. Where is it West? All right. Default output format? I don't know. All right. So That didn't create anything. What if I just do this? Will it work? But I did that. AWS configure. All right. What if I put? So it was key ID and then secret access key. Okay. What am I even doing with that? AWS. AWS configure. All right. Configuring the AWS CLI. Configuration basics. Quick configuration with AWS Configure. For general use, the AWS Configure command is the fastest way to set up your AWS CLI installation. When you enter this command, the AWS CLI prompts you for your 4 pieces of information. Yes, access key, secret access key, AWS region, and output format. The AWS CLI stores this information in a profile, a collection of settings named default in the credentials file. Okay. By default, the information in this profile is used when you run AWS CLI command that doesn't explicitly specify a profile to use. Okay. The following example shows simple values. Replace them with your own values as described in the following sections. So I need to do more stuff, right? Access key ID and secret access key. So the first two are actually characters. Access keys use an access key ID and a secret access key that you use to sign programmatic requests to AWS. Okay, create a key pair. Access keys consist of an access key ID and secret access key, which are used to sign programmatic requests. Yes. If you don't have access keys, okay, you can create them from the AWS Management Console. Okay. And where is that? Oh, okay. As a best practice, do not use the AWS account root, nope, or user access keys for any task where it's not required. Okay, instead, create a new administration IAM user with access keys for yourself. Oh, I do have, a new administrator. Huh. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it in my own, in my own user. The only time that you can view or download the secret access key is when you create the keys. Okay, good to know. However, you can create new access keys at any time. Okay, you must also have permissions to perform. Okay, I don't know if I have permissions to do that. Okay, to create access keys for an IAM user, sign into the AWS management console, yes, and open the IAM console. All right. Again, I'm not going to show this because I'm not sure if you're going to see my credentials. And yes, you're going to see my credentials. Okay. Then in the access keys section, where is the access keys section? I don't think I have permission. All right, this sucks. IAM documentation, access reports. What if I click on users? Nope. User groups? Nope. Roles? Nope. Policies? Nope. Account settings? Nope. So I don't have permission to do anything. Okay. Well, that sucks. All right, so I need to create access keys, but they did warn me that this was the minimum IAM policies. So good to know, I will keep this in mind. Choose create new access key, and then to view the new access key pairs, choose show. Yes. So you will need something like this. To download the key pair, choose download CSV file. After you download, choose close. All right. Well, I do not have access for that. I wonder if my admin is online. Let me see. Nope, they're not online. All right, I will just continue and see where I can get. Okay, so you have to do this thing and replace my key pair with the name of your existing key pair. So basically, you have to create a key pair first. Let me take a note of this as well. Create key pair. It was key pair. No. Create AWS configure quick configuration. Create AWS configure quick configuration. All right, with that, you will run AWS configure, and it will ask you for the access key ID, access key secret access key, the region name, and the format. But in order to have the access key ID and the access secret key, you need to create the access key ID and secret access key. And for that, you need to create a key pair. So create key pair from AWS IAM. All right. So this is the step that I cannot do. So once you create a key pair, you will receive the access key ID and the secret access key, which will look like this. So after you get that, then you will be able to run AWS configure and put those two credentials here. All right. So that's the thing that I cannot do. And these are the minimum IAM policies that I need, which was in the tutorial. Yes, here, required IAM permissions. All right. But maybe it would be nice to put this link there as well, in case you're not familiar with that, like myself. So I'm going to do that. All right. Next, let's just assume that I did that. Create your cluster nodes. Oh, so this will create the AC2 instance, correct? I suppose it says AWS EC2. Create keeper. Create keeper. But that's the thing that you want to do. All right, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Step 2, create your cluster and nodes with the following command. Replace example values with your own. So yes, on this one, you're going to create a cluster with this name, this version, this region, SSH access, and public key. And then this is where your key pair that you just created here is going to be. So I'm going to try it, but I don't think it's going to work because I don't have, oops, sorry. I forgot that I had that open. Let's just ignore that. So yes, I'm going to try it. It's just going to say yes, that there's nothing. So that didn't work. This creates a cluster using primarily default settings. To see all resources created, visit the stack name EKS ETL my mule EKS cluster in the AWS CloudFormation console. What? So let me see if I can show that. CloudFormation in AWS. If I go to CloudFormation, the stack name. Okay, in stacks. Yes, I cannot show you that. Oh, actually, I can. Yes, I can. So basically, you go to CloudFormation, and here in stacks, you will be able to see the stacks that you want. And there's even a getting started guide. So I wonder what happens if I click on create. Yes, I'm not gonna get into that. All right. So there's that. And this is the output that you're going to get. You'll see several lines of output as the cluster nodes are created. Cluster node creation takes several minutes. The first lines and last lines of output are similar to the following example line. So the first thing you're going to see is EKS ETL version 67 or whichever. I think we had 83. And finally, you're going to see EKS cluster, my mule EKS in the region that you chose is ready. All right. So yes, all of these steps are to create the EKS cluster nodes. So it even tells you how to do that, so you don't have to do that on your own. Then you can view the EKS resources to be your newly configured cluster nodes. You can use the following command. Cool. I wonder what happens if I run it, even if I already know that I don't have anything. Ah, it doesn't even let me. All right. Amazon EC2 node output. So it will look something like this with your two nodes, the status roles, age, version, internal IP, external IP, OS image, kernel version, and container runtime. Well, that's pretty cool. So yes, this tutorial guides you through everything that you need to do to create the EKS cluster and nodes. So you don't have to handle that on your own. The only thing that you have to pay attention to is to make sure that you have the minimum IAM policies. So yes, check this with your administrator, or if you are the administrator, check it before trying this. Now let's go to the runtime fabric configuration. I'm not sure how long I am gonna get with this. I mean, how far? And we're already past, or we're near of passing the 1 hour mark. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get as far as I can, and then we can call it a day. So navigate to any point platform and log in from the home page. Oh, I remember what was the other thing that I wanted to write. That it says that you can sign up for a free trial account here, but that's not gonna give you access to Runtime Fabric. So Anypoint platform free account won't give you access to RTF. Oh, my writing is awful. Okay. So navigate to Anypoint platform and log in again with a paid account. From the home page, navigate to Runtime Manager. Yes. So let me show it from the beginning. So you're here, and you can either click here on Runtime Manager, or you can click here and go to Runtime Manager. If you have a free account, you're not going to see a lot of these options because they're not available for the free account. But if you have a paid account, you will be able to see some or all of these options. So if you go to Runtime Manager, this will also look different to you if you're in a free account. I think you won't be able to see transit, gateways, runtime fabric, and load balancers, I believe. But I think you will be able to see VPCs and VPNs. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. So if you click on runtime fabrics, then you will see this part. All right. Yes, click in runtime fabrics, then create new runtime fabric. So let's try that out. Create new runtime fabric. And then create a deployment target for Mule apps you want to deploy. In this case, we're using the name RTF demo. Okay, so let's copy that and put it here, RTF demo. Select Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service and click Next. So this is what I meant when I said that there are predefined stuff or steps or configurations for you to do it in Amazon, EKS, in Azure, or in Google. But there's also a possibility for you to do it in VMs or bare metal or any other cloud technology that you want to use. You would just have to do it on your own and not with predefined steps. So let's select Amazon as a Kubernetes service, click on next. Review the support responsibility. Give me a sec. Let me just drink a little bit of coffee. My voice starts getting tired after a while. You're gonna hear weird stuff coming out of my mouth. All right, so review the support responsibility disclaimer. Then, if you agree, click accept. I'm not gonna read this. You can read it. Go ahead, take a screenshot if you want to take a screenshot. If you want to take a look at what it says, go ahead. I'm just gonna click on accept because I trust whatever this says. All right. This page displays the activation data used to install Runtime Fabric on a Kubernetes service. Copy the activation code to your clipboard for use later on this tutorial. So I don't mind showing you my activation code because I'm not actually gonna do anything with it. And besides, it would be like weird for you to copy and paste that. But anyways, so actually, now that I think about it, there should be like a hide button here so it's not showing anywhere. Oh, I got out. Okay, let me just make a note of that. RTF activation code should be able to be hidden. Because then, like, if you're doing a demo and you're not supposed to show that, then it's weird, right? All right, so yes, here is the, you will have here all of your runtime fabrics, and then you can just click on it and you will have this screen with your activation code. And then to install Runtime Fabric, I'm gonna do this because I think that I will be able to do this, but I don't know if it's gonna work because I don't have any EC2 instances running. So install Runtime Fabric. Number 1, validate MuleSoft setup by running the following command you will need to replace with the value obtained in the previous step. Yes. So copy and then paste here and change the activation code with this. But what does it say? Sorry. Connection refused. If it doesn't even know what? Get HTTPS version timeout dial connect connection refused. Huh. But this should, oh, the validate option verifies that the Kubernetes environment is running, all required components exist, all required services are available, and the RTFCTL command line utility outputs any incompatibilities with the Kubernetes environment. But how though? How does it know? Oh, I guess it like, okay, never mind. Yeah, I guess it goes and checks like my internal stuff to make sure that I have all of the AWS things. And since I don't have them, I guess I'm just a little bit confused as to how does it know what is my EC2 instance or what is my key pair name if I'm not telling those things. But anyway, so this is the output that you should be receiving. Clearing validated operation resources, waiting for RTF validate namespace to be removed, checking authorization, All validation successful. Proceed with installation. Cool. And then continue to install Runtime Fabric. You will need to replace with the value obtained in the previous step. Again. Oh, this is validate. And this is install. So again, if I try, since the validate didn't work, I am guessing the install will also not work. But I can try it. Why not? Install. Yep. Sweet. So this is what you're supposed to see. Then verify the status of the Runtime Fabric installation. Nothing. All right. But this is supposed to be your output. So it has the Kubernetes version, the Runtime Fabric information, the components, and if it's healthy or not, the certificate, and if it's healthy or not. Oh, it even tells you when it expires. That's cool. Then configure Runtime Fabric. So by this point, everything should have been connected here. So in Anypoint Platform, verify that all systems are operational by checking the status and health of your Runtime Fabric. The status attribute should show as active and all systems should be operational. So this is the screenshot that you should see. This should be active. Right now it says ready for activation. You should see the version, the Kubernetes version, the ownership, and the distribution. And then all systems operational. Ah, this sucks. Well, I just need the IAM policies to be updated. Maybe I can try it out soon. All right. Second step, associate environments to be used with the Runtime Fabric by navigating to the Associated Environments tab, clicking Sandbox, and then Apply Locations. So here is in the tab of Health Details, where you can just see how everything is going. Everything is green, so that's good. And then if you click on Associated Environments, you will be able to select if you want, like, for example, the development environment, the QA environment, the prod environment, whichever you want. And then you can just click on Apply Allocations, and that will link your Runtime Fabric into the environment, the Anypoint Platform environment. Update Runtime Fabric with a valid MuleSoft license key. Ah, that's the other thing I need, the license key. I'm going to take a note of that. License.lick. With a valid MuleSoft license key. Replace the path and license name where necessary. To access, oh, maybe I can do it. To access the license key file, see download your license key file. So log in the support portal. If you do not have credentials to log in, please contact your customer success manager. Click the subscriptions tab. Can I do that? Oh no. Okay, support portal. Let me just do this in the other side because I am paranoid. Yes, yes. Okay, I could log in. Click on the subscriptions tab located on the top of the support portal. Subscriptions. I don't see subscriptions. Solutions, resources. Huh. Free trial. Is it in support? Where is subscriptions? Maybe I just don't have access to that. Yep, maybe I just don't have access to that. Oh well, I'm gonna check on that as well. Click on the subscription name. You would like a license key for, then license ID number. Click on view to download your license key. All right, so there's that. I don't see that. I don't see how to get that. And then make sure to base 64 encode the license, and then see this to encode it. So basically you just have to run this and that's it. Cool. And then you can apply. So RTFCTL, apply, mule license. Also, like, you notice how here it's like dot/RTFCTL, but then on the other ones, they were not like that. Where did I see it? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, maybe it was just what I was trying to do. Okay, never mind. That's okay. So RTFCTL, apply, mule license, and then your license key information, which I guess it means your license key file name. And then update an RTF namespace. Okay, cool. Then create ingress controller. For the purposes of this tutorial, we will be using an Nginx controller. Other options are available. So to create an Nginx ingress controller, for full complete installation instructions, see this guide. There are multiple ways to install the Nginx ingress controller with Helm, with kubectl. Well, I think it would be with this one, right? Because we have the YAML thing. Yeah, so we can just run this. We don't need this. So we can just run kubectl, apply f, and then this whole thing. Yep. Do we have this deploy.yaml though? I will check. And then configure ingress controller. Oh, you're supposed to see this. Configure ingress controller, Anypoint Runtime Fabric on self-managed Kubernetes enables you to specify custom ingress configurations using an ingress resource template. So similar to a Kubernetes ingress spec, which is like this, you can specify annotations, ingress class names, and HTTP and HTTPS rules. If you do not apply an ingress resource template for an application, you can't add ingress endpoints when you deploy it. For complete details, please refer to the documentation, which is here. So if you want to really understand what's going on in the architecture, you can come here and see this. We want to use path-based routing, where the application name is part of the path. On Nginx, we add the configuration snippet annotation to remove this part of the path before forwarding it onto the mule application. All right, so create a custom ingress configuration by creating a file from the markdown below and name it ingresstemplate.yaml. So this is not the same as this one, right? Yes. I don't know what this YAML is about, but I will have to check it until I get to this point where I can actually do stuff. Apply the configuration on the RTF namespace using the following command. Update the path and name where appropriate. So here should be your path, and then to the ingress template.yaml. This is the output that the ingress template was created. Navigate back to Anypoint Runtime Manager and verify that your ingress template has been applied by checking the Inbound Traffic tab in Runtime Fabric. So here again, there should be a new tab. Well, there should always be this tab, but you can click on Inbound Traffic and you will be able to see the ingress part. And finally, you can just deploy the mule application. So deploy the sample Hello World application in Anypoint platform, click Applications and deploy application. Which sample application though? I guess you would have to create one. Well, I will make that note later. Maybe we can just like give you an application that you can use. But yes, I will get to that when I get to this point. Enter a unique name, Hello World 2921 as the application name, or any other unique name that you can. Select the RTF demo as our deployment target, then import file from Exchange to select the application file. Oh, you're gonna get it from Exchange. Ah, cool. All right, so you don't need to download anything. Cool. Then select type, example here, then enter hello world into the search assets by name input box and select hello world from the available matches and click select. Yeah, so you can just get this from Exchange. That's cool. Now, clicking deploy application will deploy the hello world mule application to your Runtime Fabric environment. Yes. Once the status of the deployed application changes to running, this is just as any other Runtime Manager application, you can navigate to the application detail page to see the application URL. Yeah, I guess this is just the same as just any other application. Get external IP address on the Nginx server. Note that you may have to run the command more than once since the external IP may not be available immediately. And then you would get something like this. So the Nginx controller in the administrator, you will get a cluster IP, external IP, and ports. For EKS, we need to query the domain name system to get the corresponding IP address. So you should just run this, I guess. And this is the output. Number 7, call the hello world endpoint using the output above to replace the ingress controller IP address. Replace example values with your own. Where, here or here? No. All right. Again, I will check that when I get to that. To access the endpoint for the hello world, we need to resolve the domain name rtf.example.com. For this tutorial, we will not create a domain address or use a local file. Instead, we'll use the resolve switch to pass the hostname IP mapping on the command line pointing to the external IP address on the Nginx ingress controller above. All right. So you're basically just sending a curl. Yeah, so, oh, resolve RTF IP address of ingress controller. Ah, interesting. I wonder if we can do that from Postman. And that's it. The deployed application should return the string hello world, proving that the application received and processed your request. Well, it's as easy as that. Next steps. In this tutorial, we walk you through, yes, you did all that. And then you can just go and do secure the Runtime Fabric deployments, or you can just check out the other two, so the EKS or the GKE tutorials. This would be a nice one to do next after I actually get to do it, because you can configure the TLS and last mile security for Runtime Fabric. In other words, you can use HTTPS in your Mule applications. So yes, these are the steps to configure HTTPS. I think it starts. So it assumes that you already did all the configuration, I believe. Yes, and then you just continue and create all of the configuration for the TLS and the last mile security, whatever that is. But yes, there you have it. I will try to do this again once I have the other file. So I need the license.lick file that I don't know where to get it from, because I wasn't able to do it from the support. Let me just take out this. So I wasn't able to get my license.lick file from the support page. So I will need to check how to do that. And then I will also need to ask my administrator to give me my minimum IAM policies, because I couldn't create the Kubernetes and nodes and EC2 and whatever that I needed from AWS. So that is my homework. I will get my file and I will get my IAM policies. And then I can just go ahead and schedule another live stream for you to see what I did. And that's it, I guess. Once I have that information, I will be able to schedule. Let me know if you do want me to do it though, because otherwise I can just continue doing other stuff. So yes, that's it. And in summary, what we did do was we installed all of these things. So I already had the AWS CLI one. Oh, you cannot see my screen. I already installed the AWS CLI. I already had this installed, but I showed you the steps to install it, it was not really hard. And then to install the kubectl, again, here are the instructions. You can just copy and paste everything and do it. And then the EKS CTL, I also installed it. I didn't have it. RTF installed it. And this curl should be at the top because you will need, well, you could need curl to install all of these if you don't want to use Homebrew for some of them. So I'm going to go ahead and move this curl up here. And then I'm going to also modify this because you cannot use Runtime Fabric with a free trial account. You need a paid account. And then I didn't do anything here. This is just mostly for your information, but you don't need to do it except the required IAM permissions. But you need your admin to do this, or if you are the admin, then just do this, which is what I didn't have. And that's it. That's basically all we did was install stuff and go through the tutorial. But it didn't seem that hard. I mean, you can just follow these things and copy and paste everything. And if I have trouble doing something, I will definitely make a note of that and I will update the tutorial so it's easier to understand. Whoops. And also, once that I understand how to do all of these things, I will be able to actually do them in a video. So I can just create the video tutorial, upload it to YouTube, and put it here in the tutorial as well. So you can see me doing all of the steps. So you can also have like a better idea of what to do. All right. So that's it for today. Thank you all for coming and bearing with me as I dived into this wonderful, wonderful world of AWS and Kubernetes and stuff. So, yes, I hope you liked it. And I will do a follow up on this because it is a really interesting topic. And I really, really want to see this through. So, all right, see you on my next live stream where I follow this. Bye, all. Thank you.